Oh. 2 moments. And Mark. Mics are hot.
Excellent. Lies, 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 yeah. Did we get the rights to that song?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes!
I'm not sure if I can believe you.
You still can't hear the sound effects, can you?
I can't. Is the song playing right now?
Yeah.
Ah, no.
I got to work that out still. At least you can hear the browser. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
I still have to shorten this.
No, I love it.
Focus groups say the young people change the channel after like 3 seconds. The songs can't be more than 3 seconds now. They can't handle it. No offense, young people. Yeah, Facebook didn't work again. I don't care. But everything else
Facebook's
is
not
up.
important.
Ready?
Yes.
Still 2 more. It's a long 2-minute song. There you go.
Hi, and welcome to Fladge Rants Live. I'm Gary. Brady and Jor couldn't make it today. They caught COVID of the balls. And I'm told the only way you can catch that is doing weird, kinky, gay stuff. And they caught it from each other. So COVID of the balls. Actually, that might not be true, but just because I made it up doesn't mean I'm lying or it's untrue. Some things are said for entertainment value. I was just making a joke. So let's define some terms here. We're talking about lies. This episode is about deception specifically. Now, when people talk about lies, they really mean saying something that you know isn't true. Fair enough. How about when I guess incorrectly or correctly, am I lying? I would posit that that's not a lie. Maybe an attempt at deception, that I know something that I don't know. What about actors? They get into character and portray a role. What they're saying, their lines, they aren't true, but they're not necessarily lies. That's for entertainment. This show is for entertainment. Now, whether or not Dror and Brady have COVID of the balls, like I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just because I made it up doesn't mean it's not true. That's a non sequitur. The kinds of lies that I like to talk about are the ones that are in our textbooks. A lot of people think that just far-fetched things that are mysterious or difficult to understand can't be true. Things that just seem too good to be true are lies. What I like to do is check corroborating evidence. Don't take what I'm saying at face value. Do your own research. I might be deceiving you, or I might be wrong. That's not lying. That's just being incorrect. Now, great example. One of my favorite examples is Atlantis. Did it exist? Plato, in his dialogues, has a pretty good account of the historical truth of Atlantis that he got from the Library of Alexandria. Now, it could have been a myth or a legend way back then, and it could have been, a fictional story. So what you'd want is corroborating evidence from people that didn't have Plato's dialogues. I see lies under my chin, but this is the actual truth. Zechariah Sitchin translated the King List and had very similar descriptions, about 500 readings. No, I'm sorry, that was Edgar Casey. Edgar Casey had 500 readings of a description of Atlantis that also backs up Zechariah Sitchin and Plato. Now, there was this kid back in the 19th century, and his name was Frederick Spencer Oliver. He wrote a book called Dweller on Two Planets. He died before the turn of the century, 1900. The book came out, his mother published it in 1905. This described details that are supported in the Bhagavad Gita. I don't think this kid was reading Sanskrit in Nebraska in 1890. So how did he get the same details of the flying machines that the Atlanteans were using to the same descriptive detail as in the Bhagavad Gita, Plato's dialogues, Zechariah Sitchin's translation of the cuneiform, Edgar Casey's readings? Now, these sources alone wouldn't be credible. Well, you got 5 different sources. So the Bhagavad Gita is a religious document, the oldest scripture in the world, I think. Edgar Casey, he was a medium. I think actually Brady's a medium. This is an extra large, but that's my medium joke. So it's hard to believe that. Zechariah Sitchin was discredited, and that translating wasn't his job. It wasn't his education. So, and then this kid, I don't know where he was channeling this stuff from, but it's same kind of medium stuff. And Plato got his information from a library. Now, these 5 different sources didn't collaborate, but told a very, very similar tale of Atlantis. And the stages of Atlantis, not just the concentric circles, but the energy weapon targeted at volcanoes to kill the megafauna of the planet. And that backfired because it raised the water level, and then Atlantis was reduced to 5 islands. Another catastrophe happened, reducing Atlantis further to 3 islands. And all of these 5 sources have all of these accounted for. How is it? Why is it? I posit because this far-fetched mythical fairy tale of legend is actually true history. Gentlemen, how's the COVID of the balls?
My balls are fine.
Okay, well, thank you.
All lies.
I tried to start with a far-fetched story because how much worse can it get? What do you guys think? Atlantis real or make believe?
So a lie is only a lie if you know it's wrong. If you just accidentally say something that's wrong, it's more like an untruth.
Oh, an untruth. Well, a broader definition of lies is the opposite of truth, and that would include that doesn't even require deception. That just requires ignorance.
Right. But I don't think that's a lie. I think it requires deception. Known deception.
Right.
You probably went over
Known
that, but I was
deception.
busy with knobs and shit, so I didn't hear everything.
No, that's quite all right. I should probably repeat it anyway because I wasn't paying attention either.
Are you lying?
And that's going to come up a lot today, I think.
I think George's ball cancer or COVID has affected his audio. Must have been too close.
He's pointing at his head like
that's where his balls
he
are.
might be too stupid to understand what we're saying.
That might be a lie.
He thinks Futurama's better than. Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I tried a different
heck yeah.
microphone method. I tried my work, whatever. Besides the point.
There's no track.
It's a lie anyway.
Everything is a lie.
It's all live.
All lies.
You say alive or a lie? It's all a lie.
It's all alive.
So lying does have a benefit, though, right? My wife asked me if she looks good in these pants. I say yes. I'm not sure.
When you tell someone that what they want to hear instead of the truth, it is self-serving to you. That type of deception just makes your life easier. What I want is to make the world a better place, and I think that would be if all of us told a little more truth and a fewer lies, the world would be a better place. And it's still self-serving because it is the world that we live in that we're making better.
You're fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
Sure.
I'm
just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
You look like shit on camera.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a face for radio.
And I can't stand working with it.
I know. That hurt. Now that hurt my feelings. I built that Wi-Fi with my bare hands.
I'm pretty sure there's dead children in that tote up there, that blue one.
That is correct. Yes.
That explains it so much.
The shit that you drink also is terrible too. The crap you've been drinking is the most disgusting shit. And you paid too much for that stupid Yoda toy.
Yeah, how much was it? $75?
$74.99.
For fucking what? What does it do?
It sits there. Actually, that's not even my favorite Star Wars toy.
I'm sure they got to use one on eBay.
He's got the little pouch and everything. Isn't it
We
cool?
haven't started the drunk show yet. Calm down.
I started without you.
That's good. I was trying to hold back a little bit. I feel like I've been trying to curb my drinking a little bit.
As above, so below.
The Bhagavad Gita actually has
Let's start the drunk show now.
A yin yang, as above, so below type of thing going on. Because it was part of my research this week, I looked into that, and another time where another culture stole my catchphrase.
Is it yin and yang?
I mean, they stole my. Yeah, yang. I think it's pronounced.
It depends if you're American or if you're Asian. If you're American, you pronounce it exactly as it's supposed to be. Yin and yang. Because
okay.
fuck their language, fuck all that shit. Not a lie.
I looked into another far-fetched thing. I know I've talked about panpsychism before, and it's basically consciousness permeates everything. We are part of one mind. We're all the experiences that we have go into a collective consciousness, and it adds up to a universal consciousness, and that would be your standard definition of God.
Yeah, but then what?
I don't know. I don't subscribe, but it's kind of an odd concept. Okay, well,
18 minutes.
Last year's
we're on religion. Sorry to interrupt.
Last year's Nobel Prize. Let's go to Nobel Prizes for a sec. 1932, 1933, Heisenberg, Schrödinger, and Dirac shared the Nobel Prize in Physics, and it was waves and particles. It's a jumbled mess, and we don't really know what reality is. And then last year's Nobel Prize in Physics was shared by three guys, and they said reality isn't real locally. Like physics, what we perceive isn't real. But and then there's this permeating observer concept that if you don't see it, if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, does it make a sound? Kind of a deal.
Yes.
And so everything in our perception is lies, and they won a Nobel Prize for saying so. So everything is lies. There I go again. I created a topic that includes everything. It's all lies.
I've always tried to conceptualize that idea of certain things not existing until we view them or whatever, until we perceive them. I have no idea in what sense that even makes or how they even know that that's possible, because if they're seeing it, it's there. If they haven't seen it yet, is it there still, or is it just not there? It makes no sense to me. So I've always tried to conceptualize how that makes sense, but I guess I'm not smart enough.
That's what I was saying earlier. Too stupid
about
to
me not being
get
smart
it.
Yeah, go fuck off. Whatever.
Hey, I couldn't do this without you guys, but you're not too bright. Oh, how are we coming along with promo number 2?
It's almost done. It's lies. My problem is that I'm running into the end of the audio clip, and so I need to kind of dial back and cut out a thing or two. But I don't know. When you like everything and you don't want to get rid of anything, it's hard to trim fat,
Oh, it's probably an all drawer special, isn't it?
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I try to do a good balance, to be honest. Since you do most of the talking, it's hard to find some good clips of Brady sometimes, but I found some great ones.
I made him turn up his mic today because I can't hear Brady.
My mic was
there, like that. For example, can't hear Brady.
Half the time I mute it and then don't put it back. Last week it was off the entire time. The only audio I had was what was feeding through your telephone call style. It wasn't too bad.
Wow.
That was like backup audio. It's good today.
Oh, okay. No, it isn't. You're echoing, aren't you?
Nope.
In your head?
I don't
Oh, you're good?
Lies.
Are you lying?
Nope.
Lies, yeah.
I don't lie.
Well, do you guys have any good lies for me?
Am I lying?
Mount Rushmore.
I don't want any truth. Oh, yeah, okay.
I would say is one of my favorite lies.
That happened. You can actually point a laser at the thing that the reflector they put on there from your own backyard.
Can you?
Yes,
you put that on there, or a robot did after the fact.
What I missed what you guys were
there was
talking
just
about.
too much.
Where's
There's
the
just
reflector?
too much shit going on with that moon landing.
You think the moon landing was a hoax? Do you know who started the moon landing as a
lot
hoax?
of shit. Do you believe Say that. Go ahead.
NASA started that rumor.
The same, essentially governmental. It's NASA, but it's still the government. The same people who killed JFK, the same people who are responsible for a lot of bullshit, all kinds of scandals. We can't trust our higher ups. We can't trust our higher powers. They wanted us to be on the moon because they wanted to win the Cold War, and so they shot shit in a film studio just in case something wrong happened. I don't know if we've actually been there or not, but all of that footage is completely fake.
Is this a good time to save? Sorry.
Fucking say it.
9/11 was
That's another
not true.
one that
it's a lie. What the cause of those buildings falling was a lie.
Terrorists?
Yeah. Most of those guys are alive and well and living in Afghanistan.
None of that was terror.
It was terrible.
By itself
terrifying.
Is not terrorism.
Those guys are living in Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan to this day. The guys who are pictured as the terrorists who died in the crash are alive. So yeah, that didn't happen.
We're going
that
too
way.
fast.
Those buildings still.
What about the moon landing? Did you hear about the movie Capricorn 1?
I have heard about it.
It's eerily similar to the landing. So I think they used all the equipment and made a movie right after we did it with the same equipment.
I can't get on board with the moon landing was a hoax. Sorry, guys.
I don't either.
The shadows and the time. The times 2 speed.
The shadows is easy. The light reflects off of other white light objects and creates another source of light. So even the lander itself is a source of light.
Yeah.
So who's filming? Who put the camera out there before the astronauts got off the lander? Because it's not on an appendage of the spacecraft.
I don't know.
There was one on an appendage of the spacecraft, but a third party the second
camera that is going to picture the entire lunar lander as is. I mean, you could see the whole thing. The
government's fucking with his audio.
We can see everything.
They can't allow the noise. No truth.
But
I forgot to say come over to Rumble. Crap, I'm the worst.
Oh wait, I forgot to stop too.